What's up, everybody? Well, have you done your part today? Have you subscribed to PewDiePie? Yeah, they're coming out in One Piece reviews now. Now, but it's interesting following the Pewds vs. T series shenanigans going on right now. It's been a very interesting race. I've been following it pretty much since the start, and a lot of fun. But yeah, do your part and subscribe. Anyways, on to the chapter. Let's talk about chapter 13, Treasure, One Piece. We're on volume 2, that is. I've clarified that, but not that it's a big necessity. For the cover page, you have Luffy and Nami. They're sitting on the riverbank, and Nami's laughing, and you got Luffy reeling in a fish that a turtle, this big, like, I think it's a snapping turtle even, but it's a big turtle nonetheless, that's biting onto it, and yeah, pretty cool. Just like I said, cutesy simple stuff right now. No story-based stuff on the cover page. Kind of like what's going on now in the current chapters, but anyways, so we left off with Luffy, who's he's kind of riled up now. He's ready to fight, and he's kind of got the reasons he's on this island and what his objectives are, and that is he wants to find the map to the Grand Line, and he wants to make Nami a member of his crew, and he's gonna beat the piss out of the buggy pirates. That's what we're looking at for chapters to come so far. So Luffy comes walking back through his demolition where Richie sent him flying through all these buildings. And Nami and Boodle, the mayor, are kind of like shocked that he's still alive. And they're, how can you survive that? And they're like, Luffy's just like, oh, it's no big deal, whatever. And she's like, no big deal. She's like, you just demolished a row of buildings and flew through without even a scratch. He's like, yeah, crazy is good, Good thing I'm alive. And Boodle's like, why are all these pirates coming to our island? Why are we such an attraction? And Luffy he doesn't know why they're being brought here. I just figured out why I'm here. And like I said before, he's here to get the map of the Grand Line and make Nami his navigator. Cuts over to by the pet food store where we have Chou Chou. Oh yeah, you remember Chou Chou. And you got Richie and Mohji who roll up on him. What the hell's this dog doing keeping us from entering the store? So Moji's like, I'll get this mud out of the way. He's like, I don't care if you're guarding this place. This crappy shop. That hurts Chou Chou because it's like his sentimental place for him and his owner. So Richie just slaps Chou Chou out of the way. He gets a cut on his arm. Chou Chou growls. He gets up, and Richie's stepping up into the food shop, and Chou Chou barks and starts charging after him. And we get a little flashback. Come on. Get a little flashback, and you see Chou Chou and his owner, and they just finished building the store. And he's talking about how it'll make them prosper, and it's theirs. It seems like it's kind of a dream of his to open up this store, and Chou Chou shares that sentiment. Chou Chou bites down on Richie back in real time. He bites down on it looks like his left front leg. Richie just kind of looks back. He's like, growls at him, slaps him out of the way again. He hits the wall. Got blood hitting him out the back, and get another flashback, and it's the owner saying, business is awfully slow. He looks a little depressed. And you have Boodle, the mayor, walks up, and he's like, oh, rough time. He's like, I'll buy some pet food. And instantly the owner just starts making fun of him. He's like, you look like a dog, but I didn't expect you to eat like one, too. And Boodle's like, I'm trying to help you here. It's a decent flashback. And cuts over again. Richie staring down Chou Chou. Chou Chou's, shaky and still standing really beaten up now. And Moji's, kind of mocking the dog. It's kind of weird how they all interact with this dog. They treat it like a real person, but I guess he's kind of acting like he's being stubborn. And he's like, you don't know when to quit. He's like, is your favorite food in there or something, doggy? Then you get some more flashbacks. It's Chou Chou and the owner laying in it's like a hot tub in a sauna or something, and celebrating because they sold 100 boxes today. which is good for them. I don't think a ton of people on their island has pets, and it's a smaller island, so they ain't booming in business. And then it's him yelling at Chou Chou, telling him not to eat the merchandise. Apparently, Chou Chou was dipping his paw in his own basket, and there's a lady who's petting the dog, and the owner, is showing a huge amount of gratitude to Chou Chou and how much he loves him. He says, that's the bravest guard dog ever, which really stands true here. We got Chou Chou fighting off a lion and a grown man all by himself to protect his store. True guard dog there. And then at the final flashback we see is the owner saying, Chou Chou, I'm going to the hospital. Like, I need you to guard the shop while I'm out. You're in charge. And then we see Richie just growling, and, you see Chou Chou charging at each other for their kind of final clash. And it cuts back the other side of the town where Luffy and Nami and Boodle are. And Luffy's just saying he's going to look for Zoro and that he needs to find him before Mohji or anyone does, because, he doesn't know what they're going to do. And Boodle just tells him, he's like, you're crazy, dude. That lion's going to eat you. And Luffy don't believe that. Get a picture of Richie again on the other side of town. He's cutting back and forth a lot. And he's eating some of the dog food, so he's obviously gotten in the store. And Moji's complaining. He's like, the dog bit him. He's got blood coming out in a couple spots. And he's just making fun of the dog, saying, can't believe the dog thought he could stand up to us. He's like, well, the dog will never sell dog food in this town again. Oh man, you really showed that little Shih Tzu, not even a Shih Tzu, what is it, like a Boston Terrier or something like that. It's just like a little, like, mid-range sized dog. Really showed him. And Luffy comes around the corner looking for him, and he hears barking, and his eyes kind of widen. You see something that shocks him. He's got this deadpan face. Next page, we see just eruption of flames, just tons of flames. The whole store is just covered in flames. It's kind of weird because there's other buildings right in between, but only the store is really burning. And he's barking and barking and barking in front of it. It's kind of sad. It's his special place. And the way Boodle had put it before is it's his treasure. Like I kind of talked about in the earlier videos, treasure is a big aspect, especially in these early parts, these chapters, of what people hold sentimental. It's not treasure in the sense of jewelry or anything like Buggy would be after. It's treasure as is, his hat, or Nami holds sacred some oranges we'll talk about. And then to Chou Chou, it's his pet store. It's what him and his owner had worked so hard to have and run together, and where they truly got their happiness from. And he's barking and barking, and Luffy's kind of remembering what the owner had said, about Chou Chou guarding the store, because that's all he has left of his beloved master. You can see Chou Chou's crying. He's barking and tears are rolling out of his eyes, and this really hits home with Luffy. And he's pissed now. He understands the sentiment of having a treasure, and he understands that, these people are just picking on a weaker person. Luffy's through with this. So pan over to Richie and Mohji, and we see two long legs, Luffy's shorts on, strong stance, and we get a big doom. Oda really loves to throw out the dooms sound effects. And Moji's like, all angry. He's like, didn't I just deal with you? He's like, shouldn't you be dead? He's pissed. Kind of got sweat rolling down his face, a little nervous. And Luffy just kind of mockingly is like, it takes more than that little kick to kill me. I'm a rubber man. He's the gum man. And Luffy always announcing whatever, he fights fair to a degree. Pretty much for the most part. He's too honest and dumb to really fight any other way. But yeah, he stands in front of Mohji and Richie, and Moji's like, you got some of you got the devil's own luck in you too, huh? He's like, that hit must have scrambled your brain. He's like, well, to tango with me and Richie, again, he's like, you must be a moron. And so he tells Richie to bite his head off. Luffy just corkscrews his arms together, just spins them all together and shoots them out. And he says, it takes more than that lion to kill me. His arms are spinning together. He's got one hand in the middle, and then the other hand is just twirling around it, building up this kind of corkscrew, and Mohji's like yelling. He's like, "What the hell's he doing with his arms?" He's like, "How can you?" And then he grabs Richie, got him pinned like this with his arms all coiled up, and then he grabs on, and all that tension builds up and releases, so it starts unraveling, just spinning the shit out of Richie. He sends him over shoulder, just sends him flying, and corkscrews his head just right into the ground, just sends Richie through the cement. And Mohji's crying for Richie, and he's just like, "What are you, a freak?" And he's like, "The gum tree." He's like, you ate a devil fruit like Captain Buggy. He wasn't even catching him. He thought he was just crazy before, and now he gets that he has a devil fruit. He's like, all right, I'll give you all the gold you want. He's like, just let me go. I apologize. Instant cowardice as soon as his lion's taken out. So I don't think really Mohji has any fighting prowess outside of being able to tame pets. He's not really the upfront street brawler type. He's definitely more tactful around animals and using them to do his bidding. And Luffy don't care. He's pissed. He doesn't care about gold. Like I said, none of that matters to him. To him, it's all about sentiments such as, he likes gold. It's not that Luffy doesn't want money to buy stuff. It's just that, to him, that's not on the hierarchy. He's pissed. He's like, you destroyed Chou Chou's treasure. He's like, I won't stand for that. He's like, all the money you have won't bring back that dog's treasure. And Luffy's really pissed about that. So he's like, that's why I came to clobber you. And he has this straight up just angry face. Luffy does some great angry faces, man. When he is pissed, I mean, he's just got blood vessels popping. He's just ready to kick some ass. And he stretches out again, grabs Mohji, rips him back to him. Moji's still reeling. He's stretching again, and just gets yanked, pulled over to Luffy, and Luffy just full force hits him right in the face, where you can really see Luffy's yoked in this panel. And he just flexing. I mean, you can see all the veins in his arms and stuff. He actually looks yoked, like I said. Just boom, straight to the ground. Just sends him flat to the ground, blood spurting from his nose up and below. And then it pans back over to Chou Chou sitting in front of the store. It's all burned down. All you can see is a pet sign sticking out, and Chou Chou's just kind of, broken. He's sad. Beat up. Just sad. And Nami and Boodle come up, and they're watching. Nami's just, upset. She hates pirates, and she's seeing more of their selfishness and their lifestyle taking effect on everyone else around them. And she's like, pirates, they're all the same. And she's like, they take what's most precious and laugh. And Luffy walks back up, and Nami's like, oh, well, you're still alive. She's like, I was hoping that lion would eat you. And Boodle's like, hey, wait. And she holds back Luffy, and she just, she's over it. She's pissed. She hates pirates, hates them. So even Luffy's setting her off, knowing he's a pirate. She's like, I ought to kill you, before you can get a crew and go pillage some town. Boodle's trying to get her to calm down. He's like, simmer down now. And Luffy just, just kind of looks at her and just like, all right, I'm sorry you feel that way. And he just says, you don't stand a chance against me. Sticks his tongue out at her. Like, blah. And she just gets so pissed. And she's like, well, fine, let's have at it right now. She's ready to fight. And Boodle's like, you need to calm down. He's like, you need to quit being ridiculous. And Luffy, was carrying something, so he puts it down in front of Chou Chou, and it's what's left of their dog food. I think it's actually a picture of Chou Chou on the front of the box, probably from the owner's design. He sets it down, and he's like, talks to the dog. He's like, hey, this is all I could save for you, boy. Like, the rest got eaten or burned. And Nami kind of is shocked. She's like, he fought for that lion for the dog's sake? And Luffy's, telling the dog, he fought well. He's like, I didn't get to see you in action. He's like, but I know you did. He can tell the dog has fighting spirit, that he really wanted to protect his store, and that you can tell by all the bruises and stuff. And Chou Chou takes the food, gets up, and kind of shuffles off. And he barks at Luffy, kind of a thanks type thing. And Luffy, I guess he said good luck or something to Luffy, and Luffy says thanks, and he's like, good luck to you. The dog barks kind of happily and runs off. And it says, Mohji was defeated, Buggy apparently says from the top of his cavern. It's like, alright, ready my special buggy balls. Tea time's over, kiddies. We're going to light up this town until there's nothing more. So Buggy's just going to use his buggy ball and blow up the whole town. But it's cool. One thing about this chapter is builds up some respect for Luffy. One, for his fighting prowess. You start to see more and more of what he can do and how overpowered he is than a lot of these East Blue guys. And then you also get to see a lot of Nami building up an understanding for the way Luffy runs a pirate crew and how he views being a pirate is. She kind of starts respecting it and understanding he's not really a bad guy, that he's not like pirates she's used to. And you get Chou Chou finally moving out of the story. God, I hate Chou Chou. Nah, he's not bad. Like I said, he's just like a plot device. It's just kind of lame they used a dog, in my opinion, but it works nonetheless. Luffy, gets along with animals. That's something that does get shown throughout. He's good at building dominance over him, but he's also good at respecting and understanding them. He's more primal in nature. He thinks more like an animal. He thinks in terms of fighting. Talking, he's not very good at, he's not very deceitful at all. He's pretty much what he is, eat, sleep, fight, repeat. But we'll be getting into the buggy stuff next chapter. We're going to have some stuff go on with Zoro. We're going to have a new introduction of character, Kabje. And we'll see Luffy and Buggy go at it in the next couple chapters. But yeah, this was chapter 13, Treasure. And be moving on from there. Well, that's quick. That was a really fast review. I think this one will be shorter than the last two. The last two I did yesterday were pretty quick, but it's okay. There's not a lot to talk about with the Chou Chou stuff other than him being a plot device. Some of the other characters will be able to go a bit more into, and especially as we progress, it starts building up the world more. But this is kind of just setting up the initial characters to us, so I can't say much more than I've already said. But yeah. Hit that subscribe button for Pewds, okay? I don't ask people to subscribe to me. They can subscribe if they want. I'm not going to try and force that. But you know what? Do your part. Fight corporation in YouTube and support individuality within YouTube. Not saying the T-Series is a bad thing or India's a bad thing or anything like that. No. Just support Pewds because he's standing up for individual YouTube content creators. Smash subscribe, bras. Later.